One of the people I get much of my wisdom from is my 93-year-old grandmother. And you could just see the way she appreciates every single day. She lives with urgency because every day to her is like a year. What if we lived that way? What if we treated every day like it was the most important day of our lives? What would life look like then? For example, when she comes over, she sees her great-grandkids, my kids, and when she hugs them, you could just see she's drinking in every little ounce, every smell, every feeling, like it's the last time she's ever going to get a chance to touch them. What would our lives be like if all of our interactions were that way? She still is a radiant ball of light. She's really with it. Her mind is sharp, but her ears don't work so well. Yes, hey, Graham, how are you doing? She says 4 o'clock. But inside there, there's a lot of radiant light, and she's a little bit vain, and she doesn't like to admit that she has a hearing aid. So there are many times when she'll take it out, she'll hold it in her hand, and she'll just nod like she knows what you're saying, and then at the end she'll say, I don't have an idea of anything that you just said to me. But that's okay. That's how she plays her game, and she's allowed, she's entitled, she's the matriarch of the family. So she's holding her hearing aids. It's at my son's birthday. And she goes up to the bathroom, and when she goes up there, we make sure she gets up the stairs and down the stairs. Okay. She doesn't like to be helped. Again, she's a very proud woman. And she comes back down, and she's sitting at the dining room table with all of us, and she realizes she doesn't have her hearing aid anymore. It was in her hand, and now it's gone. And so you could imagine what the room looked like with 15 people on their hands and knees looking through this carpeting for this little hearing aid that nobody knew what it looked like. And we realized that she had flushed it down the toilet. Maybe not the swiftest thing in the world, but hey, she's 90-something years old. You have to give her a lot of runway. And my dad was cranky. And my uncle, his brother, were cranky. They were cranky. They were not happy. They were going to let this incident affect the whole rest of the day for them. And I remember after we made this discovery, my grandmother was a little humiliated, a little embarrassed. We were sitting down together, and I looked over to her. And after about 2 or 3 minutes, there was a shift. She had let it go. She had really let it go. That was it. It was gone. And from then on, she was back to herself. Party was going to go on, and she was going to enjoy every second of that. And you look over at the other side of the table, and there's my dad and my uncle still grumbling away. And I look at her, and she looks to me, and this is when one of those nuggets came out. She says, Michael, never cry over things that can be replaced. People, yes. Hearing aids, no. And it was that little nugget of wisdom that gave me an instant understanding to the kind of perspective with which she lived her life. Perspective, choice. She was choosing to let it go. How many times do we choose something differently, like my father was at that time? Choosing to be angry, choosing to be cranky, choosing to hold on to that. There was something wrong, focusing on the gap, focusing on what was missing, not what was there. The fact that his 90-something-year-old mother was there and was even able to make a silly mistake like that. What a shift in perspective that would have been.